From Keene in the Shire, the Liberty Media capital of the world, this is Daryl W. Perry, host of FPP Radio News for Friday, April 24th, 2015. Silver is trading at $15.80 per ounce. Gold is valued at $1,188 per ounce. And according to BitcoinAverage.com, the average price of Bitcoin is $233. Antiwar.com reports between the Iraq and Afghanistan occupations, the United States has had an awful lot of occasions to kill innocent civilians and has adopted the regional practice of paying blood money to the families of the slain in compensation for the deaths. The amount can vary from a few hundred to thousands of dollars depending on how keen the U.S. is to placate a given victim's family. In the wake of yesterday's admission that they killed a pair of Western hostages in Pakistan, the White House seems to be trying to adapt this practice to Western victims as well, saying they intend to make payments of compensation to the families of American Warren Weinstein and Italian Giovanni Lo Porto. While wrongful death compensation is not an entirely foreign concept in the West, the White House's combination of these payments with an insistence that the killings were in accordance with international law likely will not sit well with many. The families of the slain aid workers were already criticizing the administration for its inconsistent response to the initial hostage taking and are likely to see the pledge of money as trying to buy their silence on the matter, particularly with the administration so clear that the killings are not going to spark any real policy change. FPP Radio News is brought to you by Coinbase. Coinbase is a simple and secure online Bitcoin wallet for sending, receiving, and storing Bitcoin. Coinbase also allows you to buy and sell Bitcoin using a bank account or use their tools to accept Bitcoin as a merchant. Coinbase has more than 1 million consumer wallets and is trusted by over 25,000 merchants, including Overstock.com, Khan Academy, Reddit, and of course, FPP. I trust Coinbase. You should too. Get started at coinbase.fppradio.com. That's coinbase.fppradio.com. UPI reports Comcast may abandon its plan to purchase Time Warner Cable for $45 million. An unnamed source told the New York Times of the cable company's intent to drop their bid after intense regulatory scrutiny by the U.S. Department of Justice. Comcast, Time Warner, and the Federal Communications Commission offered no comment on the news, but a DOJ spokesperson told CNBC that the department will continue its review of the deal. The DOJ said it was not aware of anything related to a plan to drop the deal. The news comes one day after representatives from Comcast met with federal regulators from the DOJ. Justice officials who are responsible for ensuring any merger does not violate antitrust laws met with the cable representatives as the agency nears its final recommendation as to whether the merger should be allowed or not. The DOJ and FCC are each reviewing the proposal for effectively the same reason, to see if a joint Comcast-Time Warner company is free of potential violations and in the public's best interest. Regulators' primary concern is that the merger would result in a company that wields too much power and makes it extremely difficult for competitors to survive. Comcast, already the nation's largest cable distributor, wanted to buy Time Warner so it could acquire millions of subscribers in the United States' largest markets like New York City and Los Angeles. For over 35 years, Robertson Roberts has been a trusted source for buying and selling your investment-grade precious metals. They also take Bitcoin for precious metal purchases and permanently removed the minimum purchase order for all orders paid in the digital currency. Call Robertson Roberts today for knowledgeable advice on investing and a forward-thinking approach to new technologies. 850-478-5270 or online at rrbi.co. Reuters reports former U.S. military commander and CIA director David Petraeus was sentenced to 2 years of probation and ordered to pay a $100,000 fine, but was spared time in prison on Thursday after he pled guilty to mishandling classified information. The retired four-star general apologized as he admitted in federal court in Charlotte, North Carolina, to giving the information to his mistress, who was writing his biography. He agreed under a plea deal to a misdemeanor charge of unauthorized removal and retention of classified material. U.S. Magistrate Judge David Kiesler raised the fine from $40,000 that had been recommended to the maximum possible financial penalty for the charge, noting it needed to be higher to be punitive and reflect the gravity of the offense. This has been FPP Radio News, online at fppradio.com.